Hello, hello, hello. I'm Darius. Welcome to the Jokes on Us podcast. And in this episode, we compare 2024 to one of the most culturally iconic years in recent history. Stay tuned to find out what year that is. My mic had some technical difficulties for the first half hour, but it was resolved soon after. So before we begin, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications, share, repost, do a cartwheel, or take a shot. Whatever you need to do to prepare you for this 90-minute extended episode.
So I was at the gym the other day. I was at the gym Don't say me being at the gym is news to you. Don't say that.
That's not what I meant.
This is news to me.
I'm telling everyone at home I haven't heard this story, but anyways.
And I think that we need to leave. Well, first I was on the treadmill. I was listening to some songs, and I was listening to Ariana Grande, and I was listening to the song Bad Decisions. Can you tell me what she meant by "We've Got That Hood Love"? I just wondering, what do you think she meant by "We've Got That Hood Love"?
I think I've never noticed it because I'm pro Black Iana.
I am too, but I do think it was a little crazy.
I don't know. And I think it's unfair that she gets away with that. But I think that
she's been actually every race. I actually love Ariana Grande. She's watching this,
but I
love her.
Letting her get away. I don't think Black people really care.
I don't care. Yeah. I would love if she made a bad decision, but I just do think "We've Got That Hood Love" is kind of a little crazy to say.
It's definitely crazy, but what does that mean? Like,
what is hood love? What's hood love?
What is it? We're changing the title of this podcast to "What is Hood Love?" because I don't.
Because what is hood love for real? Like, and I was literally on the treadmill. I was thinking, what the heck is hood love?
I think hood love is like it's like real. It's raw. It's real.
Okay.
Raw. It's I think she meant it like, it's us against the world. It's, Bonnie and Clyde hood love. It's, like, what is that show? Or that movie?
What show?
The movie? I don't know. It's a movie about some black love. I don't know.
Are you talking about with Daniel Kaluuya, and it was like a Bonnie and Clyde type of rendition?
I don't know.
Either way,
something in Slim.
Queen and Slim.
I never watched it, but is that or is that racist for me to say?
That's racist. I don't know what she meant, but I think that's very interesting. And was she dating Big Sean at the time? Did that have something to do with it?
I don't know, but where's Victoria Monet in her life?
I don't know. She kind of dropped her. She picked another. She dropped her. She picked the darker one. And now she's with Cynthia Erivo.
I need a new one. Oh, this is mean. I love
that is really mean. And I love Victoria Monet. And all these people are going to be mad. But yeah, so I was listening to that. Then afterwards, so Planet Fitness has like rooms where they have like tanning beds and stuff like that. And they have like a total body enhancement thing. And it's like this pod that has like red light therapy. And it has this little thing you shake. I feel like I'm like Captain America and I'm going into like the super serum thing and I'm turning out big. Like it feels like something that's very interesting. I don't know what it's doing.
Wait, so the red light is happening while you're shaking?
Yes, the red light's happening. Like you're supposed to the red light's supposed to be so good for your skin and all of these things.
Yeah, they always say that. Is this real? I want to research things more in 2025. Like I want to find out why things work the way they do because I've always just heard it's like red light like therapy.
That's what they say.
It infiltrates your skin barrier.
And it does what to you? I don't know. But I think that is very crazy. But I honestly think I want to do the opposite. I want to research less. I want to know less things. I don't think I need to know everything in 2025. I think I need to know less. Like red light therapy is good for your skin. Okay, let me jump in there.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. I'm in the opposite phase of life. I need to know. I've been too like, whatever, they said it, so it's true. I want to know more things. And I think that now there's no excuse to not know things. We have
there isn't
information at our fingertips that you can literally look up on any kind of AI system, like, can you give me in layman's terms why red light works for your skin? And it'll tell you, and you can figure it out. And you're smarter and it's better for you. I don't know.
Yeah, but do you think that like now, because it's like you'll be like, oh, I read this article and it was a tweet from Pop Crave. Like, do you ever do that? I think I read, like, do you ever say, I read somewhere and it was a TikTok? And
Yeah.
you know it was a
No, I
TikTok
don't say
too?
no. I don't say I read somewhere. If
I
I knew
saw
it,
somewhere,
yeah,
and it almost seems like you're talking about the New York Press, but it was really Twitter. And that's why I'm like, I don't know. Like, it almost feels like we're not learning.
it's never the Chicago Tribune.
It's never the Chicago Tribune.
Never
It's
that.
always Twitter.
That's
It's
so funny.
TikTok.
It is.
And that is really funny. But
And I
anyway,
don't
so
remember who said it or how they said it or when or whatever, but I just know I
at
said it.
all, but I just know that I know it, and it was from ChatGPT. Anyways, what I was saying was, so I've been like trying to do that recently after my workouts because I don't know. They say that it helps. So you have to like go up to the front desk to like sign up for it, and then they'll give you the room and they'll give you the
Right.
time on there, whatever. You can't just walk in there.
I've
So I
done
go up
this
to the,
before.
huh?
I think I've done something like this before. I can't remember what gym, but I did the shake.
And I go up to the front desk and I ask this guy, and he's like a black young individual, and I say, hey, can I do the total body enhancement? He says no.
Oh,
And I said, why? And he said, because I said so.
you're lying. Why are you always lying? There's
I'm
no
not
point.
lying. And I said, what? And he said, I'm just playing. Go in there. And then I was very flustered.
I think.
No, it's not.
I'll explain after you get done.
I was very flustered, and he's like saying, I'm just gonna go in there. And then I'm like, what? So then, like, you usually have to, like, I don't know, you usually have to sign something to, like, go in there. And then I'm, like, picking up the pen, and he's like, I said you're fine. I said you're fine. He's saying that multiple times, but I'm still like, I don't know. It was just too much. And it made me, like, we need to leave all that in 2024. Leave the joking retail thing of, like, no, you can't. Like, no.
Yeah. No, okay, but I think the joking no you can't is weird, but obviously he was joking, but I think like if you say it in a serious thing and he's like, "Gotcha." I think that's funny. Like no.
But it was too, okay, but I think because I said so is crazy.
Because I said so is crazy. It is true. But I think that like just the no, like whatever. I think that was kind of like because I wouldn't do that. I just feel like he has confidence. I would never do that ever. Just say no to a person that like I'm working at a company and I'm behind the desk and I say no. Like I would be so scared to see what their face.
Because that's weird. Why would you say that?
But I think it shows a little confidence. It's like
I don't need to know his confidence level at the Planet Fitness. I don't need to know. Just give me my room.
So just give me my sandwich.
Just give me my sandwich. I don't need to know the confidence level. I don't care about it. And we need to leave all of that in 2024. Now, segue, speaking of 2024, today we're going to be talking about the events. Now, now this is going to come out. We're going to be knee deep in 2025 when this comes out.
2020. We're in quarter 3 of 2025.
We're in quarter 3 of 2025. But I still think it's always best to reflect, and we're going to talk about 2024 and all the things that happened in a recap. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a little compare and contrast. Okay. In our generation, what is hailed as the best year?
2016.
2016. 2016 to Gen Z girls has always been known as something that was iconic, something that can never be recreated. I don't know. We're going to figure it out today. So I decided to compile a lot of the things that happened in 3 different categories. Cultural iconography, music, and movies. And we're going to see, comparing 2024 with 2016, which is the best year. And did 2024 beat 2016? Is 2016 still reigning true? And yeah.
2024 has some steep competition.
It does have some steep competition. But also
era of like movies, like I don't know. And also I don't know really many movies that came out in 2016, but we'll see.
Well,
Also, what?
the category's stacked. The category is stacked,
Is
and
it
I was
really?
going. It is stacked, and I was going. Okay, so they ate like, but see, I think. Let's talk about it because I think at the time, we didn't think that 2016 was going to be iconic until we looked back
Took it
on
for
it being
granted,
iconic.
for sure.
And I think that
Every year,
2024 could be that.
every subsequent year got worse and worse.
It
Or
did.
everything just became crazier and crazier and crazier. And we said, what was that?
It did. And I think that could be the same thing about 2024, though. I think that maybe we can look back and think 2024 actually was kind of iconic.
A trivia question really quickly.
Uh-huh.
What is one thing that happened exactly in both years?
A lot of things.
Really? More than
A
one?
lot of there's things that are overlapping where I'm like, oh, this movie came out this year, and then this other like the sequel came out this year too.
Interesting.
And I was like, that's actually very interesting. Or like this person dropped this music this year, and then they dropped the same thing in this year too. And I was like, wow, that is very interesting.
Huh.
So yeah, so we're gonna be talking about that. And we're gonna see, and maybe this can be a yearly thing where we like compare the year to 2016 and see if we don't know if 2024 is gonna be.
Yeah.
But where do you want to start? Do you want to start music? Do you want to start movies? Do you want to start like the culture?
Should we do best first? Like, I think music's gonna be for me because I know it. I know you know all other stuff. So let's do culture first. I think.
Okay, culture. Okay, by culture, these things don't necessarily mean that they were good or bad. They're just things that happened.
Okay.
So we can start in culture in like 2024. Sorry, let me go down here.
I'll remember
okay.
the 2024 culture, but the 2016.
Okay, 2024 culture.
Joggers.
Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef.
Okay, I obviously remember that.
That was huge. That was pretty big. Do you want me to just go down the line of a whole bunch of things, and then we'll maybe like?
How do you think we should do it? Asking a question after you ask me one.
That is. I just asked you. You said I don't know how. I think I'll go down the line, and then we'll stop, and then we'll talk about those things.
Okay.
Hawk Tua.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't know what it was. I wasn't there for it. I didn't watch it. I just heard about it, and I can't do it ever. I can't do it now. I don't think it's funny, cute, quirky, fair. I don't think it's anything, actually.
I think we can say straight culture won this year. Because Hawk Tua was that their verse? Was that their first, like, the first straight huge meme? Hawk Tua?
Like sexual innuendo kind of thing?
I don't know. Like, I just feel like Hawk Tua is very synonymous with, like, I just think of, like, what do you think of when you think of Hawk Tua? Like, and who enjoyed that?
Like the people that enjoyed it?
Yeah.
Straight people, of course.
Exactly. And that's why I think that they...
Maybe gay people did too. I just don't know if I can speak for the gay community in that way. I don't think I'm the poster child for the gays.
Okay, well, she moved to LA. She packed her bags as soon as that...
Okay, so she got a podcast too.
She did get a podcast. Talk to her.
She's actually next door to Joe Rogan.
She is next door to Joe Rogan.
And I think she did nibble on that. She ate that one little thing.
She did. Capitalizing.
This is very much bad baby behavior. Like, I think we should talk about her. But anyways, very bad baby behavior. It's in terms of like you had one hit thing and we thought you were gonna be gone the next day and you actually turned it into bad.
Yeah. Which is very crazy. And she also had her scam. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know anything.
She had a big scam of the century where she like scammed people, like crypto scam, and like she like pulled out a whole bunch of money. Hawk Tua.
No, I didn't know that.
Hawk Tua had a big scam. I don't know. We're spending too much time on Hawk Tua. I gotta go.
Okay, next.
Trump won the election.
Right. That's what I was gonna say was the same thing that happened in both years, but
Trump got shot.
Right. Why'd you look like that?
Trump got shot.
You remember this?
I do remember that. Do you remember when they all wore their bandages at the RNC in solidarity?
That is embarrassing.
Solidarity is crazy.
I'm so sorry. you look like a fool. And they said, I swear with something that always happens. It's like something like environmentally like happens. They said, I swear they said for weeks they didn't have bandages in the area or something like that.
What?
They brought up all the things. They didn't have band-aids because everybody brought up the band-aids. And I think that's crazy. I think this is all insane.
That's very crazy. The Victoria's Secret show came back after years of a hiatus.
Okay.
Diddy. And his 10,000 bottles of lube.
Okay. Did he do like an Amazon bulk order, or like how did he get that many? Is it like he like got 50 delivered at a time? Like was it in one giant pallet? Like how did?
I don't know. Do you think he went to like Sam's Club or Costco? A wholesale for lube?
No.
Lube?
He didn't go and do anything. Somebody got it for him, or he got it delivered online. Like he did it online.
Okay, but why would it? I
Were they
can't.
guilty?
I can't think about his lube. Every time I think about that, I think about my mom said he's a very sick puppy. And I've never heard her say that before. And I said, oh, okay.
Sick puppy?
Yes, she said he's a sick puppy. And I said, oh my God.
Interesting adjective.
We have, on the first day, I don't know if you remember this, on the first day of 2024, Japan had that earthquake. That was the biggest, most deadliest earthquake they've ever experienced ever.
I vaguely remember that.
Do you remember that bridge?
Yes, in Baltimore?
The Baltimore Bridge.
We had a whole discussion about how black areas are underfunded and they don't care about the roads.
Yeah.
I remember that. That was crazy too.
That is crazy. Stephen Hawking was having that freak off. He was found on Jeffrey Epstein's list. Stephen Hawking.
I know, but he died though. When did he die?
I don't know when he died, but he was doing something freaky.
I don't know when he died.
And also those Jeffrey Epstein files all came out in True.
Okay, wait. What do you mean that Stephen Hawking was doing something freaky? I'm just still shocked. I'm confused.
Stephen Hawking was doing something freaky on Epstein's island.
Was he like?
I don't know.
Was he typing like freaky messages?
I don't know what he was doing there, but he was having a freak off on Epstein's island. I don't know, Kenny. I can't. I just had a really crazy thought in my head. I can't. TikTok banned Universal Music banned their music from TikTok.
Yes.
And we lost all their music. They did do a lot.
What are you doing? Like honestly, they thought that they had more power than they actually did. I
They
think
do.
Is quaking right now in the sense of like they're scared that the power is no longer centralized like it used to be, and you can't just be like they could make or break a star. I'm picking
100%
behind you and this and that and get you the writers and whatever. But I think that now it's like anybody and their mom can be on TikTok and make a song or whatever by themselves and be they can have their own label or whatever and not need UMG anymore. But I think
isn't that crazy though? Like TikTok can have you writing a song that was 20 years old and you can get like your first platinum hit. Didn't that just happen with that woman? I don't remember what's her name and what the song was, but it happened and I saw that on Twitter and I was like, oh wow. And that's really crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, it does happen, but I kind of like that. Let me explain. I think that like oftentimes a lot of music just goes unlistened to. Like I think there's a lot of good art out there that we've never seen or heard of. Like it's probably amazing. Some of the best artists that we probably have never heard of exist, or like somebody who's going to end up being our favorite, but we just don't know who they are because they're not as popular. They didn't have as much funding or whatever. So I like the fact that like a song can blow up from 10 years ago that we love, but we just didn't know it existed because we didn't have access to it because UMG wouldn't give them the funding, or you know what I'm saying? Like, I like.
Yeah, I guess that is true. I do like, but then I can put it on the flip side, and I feel like now we're just making TikTok music. The music will have a 15-second like really iconic part. You listen to the whole song, and you're going, "What was that?"
Yes. The snippet on TikTok is always the best.
It's always the best. Boeing has actually had the craziest year of their life. Doors are flying off, planes are crashing. They've actually had every single thing that's ever went wrong with a plane has been a Boeing jet.
Absolutely not.
And I think that's very scary.
I know that. Let's just go to the next one.
Jojo Siwa doing everything that she did.
She did. In the sense of like I wasn't there for her eating, but I'm
me
just saying,
either.
But I'm saying she is always gonna or like is able to stay relevant. Is what I'm saying. She's like a lot of people lose their spark after a while, but she's able to do something different every time we're talking about her. Is what it is.
She's inventing gay pop.
Yeah, she is.
She did do that.
And they got on her Kim Petras, but anyway.
The solar eclipse.
Yes, that was 2024. I forgot about that.
People getting hospitalized because they looked at the solar eclipse.
I don't remember that.
Well, it happened.
You are an idiot.
The New York portal.
Oh, and she was showing her titties?
Yeah, she was showing her titties, and I think that got taken down. I'm not sure though. Mudang.
I don't know who that is or what that is.
Mudang? You don't know Mudang? The hippo?
Oh, maybe No, I don't.
What? The hippo Mudang. And she predicted Trump's presidency, and that's why he won.
Yeah, I heard that. It was similar to like Groundhog Day, right?
It was.
Or something.
She what?
She ate the cake or something. It was some kind of cake she ate.
I think so. And now she's canceled. I don't mess with Mudang because she predicted. I guess I'm jealous of her. She was just being clairvoyant.
Before she did that?
Say what?
She was a thing before she chose Trump?
Very huge thing.
That's so crazy. I've never seen the hippo.
Interesting. Liam Payne died.
I do remember that.
In a very scary way, actually. The Eras tour finally ended.
Oh yeah. After 150.
Literally something interesting. Very demure, very mindful.
Very demure, very mindful. I do remember that. That was cute.
It was cute. Justin Timberlake had his like DUI or whatever. On his world tour. Nicki Minaj got detained in Amsterdam. For whatever reason.
And he said, ma'am.
I don't know what he said, but it was crazy. That Willy Wonka experience in Glasgow. Do you remember that?
No.
It was crazy. That was the beginning of the year. I forgot that happened this year. The TikTok ban got approved. We still don't know if that's actually going to happen. Probably by the time this
day, if you want to know when we're filming, I don't know if I'm not spoiling it, but today's the day they're making the decision.
Yeah.
So.
The Menendez brothers became really big again because of that show.
Okay, Ryan Murphy is they hate him. They hate him.
Ryan Murphy's a pervert though.
Okay, so but I want to know like what it is. I don't know really the lore behind him being a pervert. Like,
well, I just think that I'm just noticing he's just like, oh, let me pick this. He makes the new white boy of the month. Actually, he'll just be like him and Luca Guadagnino. Will just be like, I'm gonna pick this straight man and make him do a lot, and I think that's interesting.
And people love it.
I'm trying to think, and I think the earlier stuff was iconic. Glee,
right?
Scream Queens. I was there for all those things.
See, my thing is, I didn't watch the Menendez brothers thing.
Me either.
But do you ever see do you remember the meme? It was like, or like not the meme, but it'll be somebody like dancing or something like in their concert, and they'll be like, "This song just does not require all that." Like,
yeah,
like whatever you're doing, your discography does not require all you do.
Yeah,
that is what the Menendez brothers gave, because it's like this story does not.
Why are they so naked?
Out and stuff, like, weren't they doing that?
I don't.
But I guess that.
I don't know. I didn't watch it. I know they were very naked though.
Yeah, they said that too much was happening, but I guess a part of that is true to their real story. I don't know how much of it, but they said they were just like together alone, just having sex with each other, like, and that's.
Is that real? I didn't say that. I don't know. Darius is saying they were having sex with each other.
Or like why they're famous?
I don't know, but you just said they were having sex with each other. Is that real?
No. So the whole reason why they obviously killed their parents, but the reason why they did that is because their dad was like.
Oh, I knew that.
So I'm saying I don't know if they were. I'm saying I don't think that they were doing it with each other alone, but I think that Ryan Murphy did that, and it didn't require all that in the film.
Yeah.
So it's what people were saying, because I don't think they actually did that. It's not reported that they did it together alone. Like, they're not. I don't even think they're gay. You know, or like, why would you do it with your? I don't think that they did that, and so he just made an incestuous show that like
That
not
is
accurate.
interesting. I don't know anything about that, so I can't say.
I don't know, but
no, you said you knew a lot.
I said everything, and I said I don't know.
When Gypsy Rose got out of prison, she said the D is fire. Do you remember when she said that?
I don't remember her saying the D is fire, but I do remember her getting out of prison.
You remember she said they were making fun of her man. They're making fun of her man. And then she was like, ladies. Or she said something. She said something.
My man. It was something like that.
Yeah. And she said, and by the way, the D is fire. And she kind of ate that.
I think she did. And I'm sympathetic to Gypsy.
I don't know. That's enough. We can have another conversation about another day.
Sorry.
You said what?
Munchausen by proxy is crazy.
That is very crazy. Let's see. Luigi. Are you serious? Luigi Mangione?
I don't know. Oh yes, Luigi Mangione. This is all recent. The reason why, not all recent, but that was recent, and I was off Twitter by the time that happened. But I know the girls were eating that up. By the time that did happen, I was off. But yes, I do know Luigi. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they said he was so hot and this and that. Where's he at right now?
In jail.
I know he was in jail, but like, did they like? Are they still publicizing this? Or
I think they're still having his sentencing as of what time we're filming this.
Oh, he's guilty.
No, allegedly.
Okay, we'll see. I don't know.
Taylor at her football games, with the Chiefs and all of that.
Not that like I know people were doing a lot, like saying, "Why are we seeing Taylor at NFL football games?" Like whatever they were saying.
Yeah.
I don't really care about that or seeing her or whatever, but I just think it was awkward that I feel bad for Taylor because she has to like anybody in the limelight like that, you have to be perfect all the time, and you can tell when they know the cameras are on them, and she just
do you remember when she said sorry I'm cutting you off, but do you remember I just cringed because I thought that Super Bowl and he said thank you for making it big, because remember she was late to the Super Bowl. That was a whole big thing. How is she gonna get there? And then at the end when the Chiefs won.
No, wait. There was actually a much bigger thing because I swear she was like, she had a show the night before in Japan.
Yeah.
And the U.S. embassy was like, we're going to get her there, America. And they had a whole formal letter. I just think, I don't know. Whatever. I cannot talk about Taylor Swift this time. I just know, the videos haven't even come out, but I know that they're eating me up saying, you always talk about Taylor Swift. She made it. So anyways, continue what you were saying.
I was just gonna say, like, it was very, like, at the end, like, she ran up to him, and then he was like, thank you you made it. She said, yes, I made it. And they were hugging, embracing. It was really uncomfortable for me. But I do agree, she probably does have to be perfect to perform and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, do you remember when that alien invasion happened in Florida, and there was, like, 70 police officers at that mall, and the people were saying they were seeing something, and they said, that motherfucker is not real.
Yes, I do. That was scary.
That was really scary, and we never really got to the bottom of that, which is very interesting. And then the drones, all these drones or whatever people are saying, that are flying around. Have you been seeing that?
No, I haven't.
What? Everybody's talking about how these drones are flying around and there's big drones everywhere, drone attack. But I'm not gonna say my conspiracies.
We'll stop at 30 minutes so I can fix my mic, and then we'll do the other half. Or whatever.
The insane Donald Trump Biden debate. That was very crazy.
A very interesting year. I think it's more bad that happened than good so far, though. There's things that I'm.
Well, yeah, especially in the pop culture sect.
Yeah, literally.
Kamala running. Kamala is Brat Summer.
Apple, whatever the Apple dance was.
Yeah, the Apple dance.
We're gonna jump to 2016 now.
Actually, just do really rapid fire. 2024, no comments. Cybertrucks, Beyonce Bowl, Olympics. Mr. Beast got the most subscribers. Apple Vision, Disney Channel ended. AI really became a really big thing. And yeah. Oh, and Mike Tyson and Jake Paul.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go to 2016. The things that happened. Hamilton becomes really big and successful and comes out.
Yeah.
Harambe gets shot and killed and whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Don't say "oh my gosh" like that.
That was in Cincinnati. Did you know that?
No, I didn't. That was at the Cincinnati Zoo.
Yeah, it was.
The Rio Olympics was actually that year. The Chicago Cubs won the World Series for the first time in like 128 years.
Oh my gosh.
Donald Trump won.
Donald Trump did win in 2016. He
the
got it.
Russians-
He said, "I'm getting that second term."
He did say, "I'm getting that
And he
second
got
term." Do you remember when the Russians hacked the DNC? I forgot about that. That was a very big thing at the time.
Oh, I think I remember that. And they tried. They said that happened this year, or they said something happened this year with the Russians. It's all. Can you explain what that means, or can we talk about that or no? Like I don't know what
something's
Russian
always happening with the
collusion is.
Russians.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know.
Okay, I don't really know either.
I don't know. I can't express my beliefs on what I think is going on, because I don't know what the girls think is going on. I don't know.
I don't know nothing about that. I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, all right, moving on.
Stop.
Brexit. Do you remember that? The British exit.
No, I know. I remember the word Brexit, but I don't remember what it refers to.
It was like British exited the whatever their thing is called. It was really big.
Oh,
like that Pulse nightclub shooting, that gay club shooting.
I didn't know.
That was in 2016.
That's really sad and scary.
That is really scary.
It could have. What if we were not at the time in 2016, but like we've been to a gay club before,
Yeah.
And that's really because I think it was like 50 people that died.
It was a lot of people.
A lot of people,
and that brought up a big conversation about gun violence and
right. I think it was one of the largest mass shootings we've had in the country. I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Anyway, so continue.
The Zika virus really took off last year. David Bowie, Prince, Muhammad Ali, great people died. The Alton Sterling death sparked very huge conversations about race and police brutality and all of those things. Brock Turner had that case. You remember who that is? Brock Turner.
No.
He raped that girl and behind that dumpster. He went to Stanford.
Yes, I do remember that. And he got a slap on the wrist. He had 10 days in jail.
He did get a slap on the wrist.
So what was that?
Hulk Hogan had that really big thing with that sex tape that released on like Gawked. Do you remember that?
No.
It was like a huge thing about like media being able to like post whatever they want to post. It was a big conversation brought up about like media and privacy.
Hulk Hogan's crazy. Did you know that?
He is crazy, but at the time he was iconic, I think.
Okay, but in 2024 we missed this. He had some kind of influencer thing where he was doing something, if I'm not mistaken.
He was at the RNC.
I'm sure he was. But he did something, and I remember there was a black like model, and she was like, yes, black. And she was hired by his team or something. And then like she says she got there, and like the first week of her like he was like traveling around. Maybe he had a product that came out or something. It was like some like showgirls or whatever, like kind of Vegas style, whatever. And she said all of a sudden they like were like, oh, we're letting you go because we like want to go in a different direction. And they replaced her with like a white woman. And somehow she said it was something to do with her being black. Like they got rid of her because she was black. Because Hulk Hogan was like, absolutely not. I don't want her on the thing with me. So, I said, I said, okay. So what was that?
Wow. Okay. Flint, Michigan really had that thing that happened. I think that's still happening. I don't know.
The water?
Yeah, the water.
So when did that start? It was 2016?
I think that started in 2016.
Really? I feel like I've known that my whole life. I don't know why. I feel like I've thought about like Flint, Michigan having poor water like my whole life. Poor quality water.
I don't know, maybe, but I think that's really when the conversation started. In 2016. Ryan Lochte, do you remember that? Does that name ring any bells?
Lochte, kind of. I don't remember.
He was at the Olympics and he lied about that robbery, and he said these people robbed him, and he made a whole big story.
I think I vaguely remember that.
And I think that was really crazy big.
We should also preface that we were 15. I don't know if people know that. Like in 2016, we were both 15 years old. So just to give you the idea of how old we were when these events were happening. So anyways, continue.
The Killer Clowns.
Yes, I remember that being a big thing. That Halloween was big too.
It was really big. Leonardo DiCaprio won his first Oscar ever. The iPhone 7, which is my favorite iPhone to this day, came out then.
That's crazy. Wait, what feature was the best that you liked?
I don't know. I just liked that it was black.
Like it was the gloss black? That was 8, wasn't it?
No, 7 had it was just black. And I said, wow, this is really iconic. And I remember, speaking of that, this isn't going to music, but Kanye West had that listening party that was very iconic, giving that iconic.
Wait, I can't hear you.
That iconic picture.
I remember.
That was my screensaver for so long.
I remember that.
At that time, and that happened that year. Stranger Things came out then. Everybody watched that.
That's the beginning of streaming. Really, around that era, because like Orange is the New Black, maybe Orange is the New Black. I mean, not the beginning of streaming. I would say like one of the biggest shows on streaming in the beginning, because I think that like only up until that point it was like Orange is the New Black was pretty big, and I can't remember anything between that and Stranger Things. Can you? That was like nationally big. People knew about it.
House of Cards was pretty big.
Yeah, I think so too. I never watched that, but I remember that being a thing. Yeah, but I don't know if it was as big as Stranger Things and Orange is the New Black, but I don't know. Maybe it was. Anyways,
Pokemon Go came out. That was huge. Everybody was playing Pokemon Go.
I do remember that. I hated Pokemon Go. Like, I only played it because like everybody
else
was playing it.
I didn't really care about it.
Because I don't really know about Pokemons like that.
Yeah, but we were outside though.
Do you remember when Hillary Clinton said, Pokemon
go to the polls?
She said, Pokemon go to the polls. Which is really crazy to say.
Sorry, she was trying to be relatable.
And she said, I got hot sauce in my bag to Charlamagne. She said it to Charlamagne on the Breakfast Club. She said, because of Beyonce, I think. She said that she carries around hot sauce in her bag. And I think she said it because of Beyonce. And I said, oh.
Interesting.
I said, okay, well, get it, girl, get it. It's good.
Fake news became a thing, which is really scary. The beginning of the end.
I no longer like 2016. Fake news, it could have a whole dissertation. It could have a whole novel on how that word seems so minuscule, but it has changed our lives.
It has changed our lives.
Fake news has changed our lives in the way people think. But anyways, continue.
And the alt-right becoming a very big thing.
I hate it here.
Too.
That was the beginning of the end.
It really was the beginning of the end. But also to show where we were at that time versus where we are now, they announced that Harriet Tubman was going to be on the $20 bill.
They did. And Harriet, where you at? Because I don't know. I haven't seen her since. And I want to know, isn't it Andrew Jackson still?
It is Andrew Jackson still. Yeah.
Okay, and I don't even know what he did as president. Let's talk about it.
I'm not going to say I don't know what he did, even though I don't know what he did, but I'm not going to put that out there.
When was he president? And for how long? Did he
I don't know. I don't know. He was the 20th president.
This is not fair. If you were just a president, isn't Abraham Lincoln on the penny? He kind of ate that. I would like it's like the smallest form.
He's on the penny.
But I'm like, Abraham, like he kind of ate that. But it's so weird, like how they pick presidents to be on the money. Like no presidents now will ever be on the money. What if they made Trump on the $1 bill? I'd be so pissed. I would never use cash again.
That. He said Trump on the $1 bill would be crazy.
And he was doing this.
Don't say that. Oh my God. But isn't that really crazy that we were at a time where we could have a discussion about, do you know if we brought that up now and they were like, yeah, Harriet Tubman's going to be on the $20 bill. Do you know how much
DEI money? I don't think that we should be able to. I'm never using a 20 again. Blah, 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 blah. And that's what I did with Trump. But saying it about Harriet Tubman is so crazy. She's dead. That woman's crazy. Dead. That woman
and she didn't do anything bad, like at all.
But make slaves escape.
That's very crazy. Anyways, the mannequin challenge.
I do remember that. That was really funny, I thought. Okay, calm down. Calm down. I said, oh, is it glitching?
Mannequin challenge was really big. Isn't that crazy? And I think trends meant something. We can talk about it. I think trends meant something back
And they
then.
lasted longer and were more impactful. Now,
Very
just,
much more
we're
impactful.
just like,
It comes and goes, comes and goes, comes and goes.
Literally.
Mm-hmm. And that's also when the bottle flipping started.
Oh, really?
flip the
That's
bottle.
popular too. I think that's still like
Yeah.
an iconic thing.
That is still an iconic thing. But yeah, so those are some of the things that happened in 2016 versus 2014. What do you think had the
2024. You said
most?
2024.
So you think 2024 had the most iconistry?
No, I thought you said 2014 when you just talked
Oh,
about
sorry,
it. But
2024 versus 2016.
we went.
What
I
do you
feel like
think?
okay, so 2024 we went in a little bit more depth, and I
We
also
did.
think that it was more recent too.
It was.
But knowing the next pieces, so
Yeah.
far 2016 is still on the top because I'm anticipating an October surprise for 2024. and
Stop.
2016 is gonna come back to bite.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
And 2016 really was the catalyst for a lot of crazy things. They started Trump's
Right.
presidency. It started, I feel like at the time, also with social media, we were really still finding our footing of like, what is an influencer? What does it mean to be an influencer? Like, I think that happened at the time. Trends were becoming like a thing. I don't know. I think that, like, I think that that's when we first started having a collective hive mind of like, everybody's playing Pokemon Go. Everybody's watching Stranger Things.
Right.
Everybody's talking about this.
And then even like I feel like YouTube, like the makeup community was starting to become huge. Like this is when we got the big names and starting off like being bigger. Because like before, not that they weren't big, but like I just feel like it was a different era of like celebrityism of YouTubers starting in 2016.
Yeah, and that's very crazy. So I think that in 2024, but see, we don't know if 2024 is going to be iconic.
Right, in the long run.
Yeah, we don't know. Also, I forgot to mention holding space for defying gravity was on my 24.
Oh
thing,
yeah.
too.
Why did she say that?
I don't know. I'm in queer. We're in queer media.
We are in queer media.
We're in queer media.
That's really funny. And
I
she
don't know,
said I've seen people and they've been holding space for defying gravity, but it's like
she said,
it's almost
I
like
didn't know that this was happening.
it's almost like we all knew what she meant, but it's like but if you think about it, like I've never heard anybody say holding space for something, but I know what she meant.
I know what she meant too.
But it's like, why did she then? Because when I first heard it, I was like, what was wrong with what she said? But it's really like, why would she say that? Because I've never heard anybody say somebody's holding space. Like where? In their,
I don't
in their
know.
hearts,
They're
or like
holding space, but like I don't know.
what space are we holding? Like
They're
where
holding
is it?
space for
Maybe
defying
that is a
gravity.
thing, and I'm just not.
I
privy
was
to the
holding
lingo.
space for defying gravity, and I'm in queer media.
I didn't
Okay,
know-
but why did she grab her finger?
okay, the whole press tour was kind of like, I
And
don't
they were
know.
having Ozempic off.
They were, and that
What was that about?
I'm not gonna say that they, for legal claims. I'm not gonna say they're on Ozempic.
I'm not
but
saying that either.
But I do think that was interesting, and I wonder if it had something to do with their characters, and they wanted to, or maybe they were. I don't know.
No,
Because
but
honestly,
they got. I don't know. Let's stop.
honestly, Cynthia was also I don't even know how to say this. Like she was bigger before.
She was
too.
muscular
Yes, she was. She was, and now she's not.
at all.
She looks so different now. Did you see that Butch video of her
I did see
on
that.
the chair? She kind of
Yeah, I
ate
did.
that. And
She
and
did
then
eat that.
and then everyone was saying, "Oh my gosh, Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo have lived several lives."
They
Because
have.
Ariana has literally been every race, and
She
Cynthia
has.
has been every sexuality apparently, in every gender.
Can you stop?
She's been
She's
everything.
a lesbian now.
I know, but I didn't know how to make the equivalent. I know I was joking, but I'm saying like she looks way different now than she did in that clip of her
She
being
did.
masculine. So,
but
whatever.
something did happen. They were always crying at every interview. I don't know
They
what happened
were.
on that set.
was
But I wish I
something.
was there.
It was
I
almost
guess.
too much. Like I think it was genuine. I do. I think that like
I do
Ariana
think it was
Grande, like,
genuine too. I think it was genuine
but
too.
I think it just became like a too much for everyone else. But I do honestly think that
But
they do
why
love
does she
each other
hold
like
her
that.
finger though? Like seriously, why does she
I
hold?
don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you why she held her
Okay.
finger.
Okay, so last verdict 2016, 24, 2024. Who had the most iconic moments?
2016. I'm giving it to him. I think because the beginning of things happened in 20, it's like almost like the catalyst was in 2016.
Yeah.
I think that just holds a heavier weight than the outcome, and I think that we had a lot of outcomes this
But
year.
a lot of people could argue that this is the catalyst of something very crazy. That 2024 is the catalyst of something very crazy.
Maybe it will be in 2032, 8
Okay.
years later, and I don't know, but we'll see. I just don't know if I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna give it to 2016 too. Let us know. You guys have to put in the comments too. Which do you think won as well?
And honestly, I think most people probably liked 2016 better. You know, like obviously there's an argument of
No, but I think
chemistry.
that people said no. This is what I think happened. I think in the year of 2016, we said it was the worst year until we realized that it wasn't.
Oh, we were really brats.
We were brats.
Like that's crazy to say. Spoiled, rotten.
We were spoiled.
20, and I don't even know how you could say that now because things have gotten way worse.
It has
and
gotten
now
way worse,
2016
and
seems
that's
like
why we're
heaven.
going. Wait, what was that? And 2016 was iconic.
2016
So I
different
don't
back
know.
then.
So maybe, and we are saying that 2024 was the worst. But what if we're like, wow, we had it good back then, which is a terrible thought to have.
Oh my God! And
we had
history
it-
repeats itself. I'll be so embarrassed. And
Oh
now
my
we have
God, that would be
documentation saying
so
2024 was
much.
terrible, and
We
we're gonna be in
do.
we're gonna be in 2032, and the podcast is gonna start up us like this.
And we're going, what was that?
And I'm gonna
I
play this clip
can't.
of us saying 2024 was great or horrible.
It was
Wow.
horrible. Okay, we have to move on. So do you want to do music or movies next?
Let's do music because I think that that's a big thing. And we'll just do
Okay.
rapid fire. We got to go through it because we don't have a lot of time.
Okay. Music 2024. Cowboy Carter. Short and
course.
sweet. The
Uh-huh.
Torture Poets Department. Brat.
Right.
GNX. Hit Me
Okay.
Hard and Soft. Vultures 1 and 2. Eternal Sunshine. Meet the Grams. Not Like
Oh.
Us. Childish Gambino's last album. Radical Optimism. Ice Spice. Doechii. Kid Cudi. Don Toliver. Camila Cabello. Lil Yachty. 21 Savage. Metro Boomin. Future.
These are some big names.
Yeah.
Everybody released in 2020. Everybody got the boot to their ass in 2023 to start making their album, and they released it in 2024 all in a row. All the way down the list.
Which is very
crazy.
Going to 2016, Childish Gambino. Arguably, we can say this started. Do you know how crazy this is?
This is
Now
America?
stay woke.
Oh,
And now
you did
that
say
turned
that.
into this, which is very crazy, actually.
I'm gripping my mic so hard right now. I don't know.
Which is very crazy.
Can't tell, but the woke, the fact that they turned it into something so demonizing, and I
Demonizing.
hate the concept of like DEI being so bad now. Like it's like DEI, like DEI has completely lost its like innocence. It's now whenever I hear DEI, I'm always thinking about it in a negative way because of how often you hear it in a negative light of like, oh, that must be it. They just like it's like an adjective now. Oh, that's a DEI candle. If it's made by somebody who's non-white or straight, it's
The
or
DEI
a man,
candle is crazy.
it is a DEI thing. Oh wow, TEI or TEI.
Or it's woke.
Yeah, it's either woke or DEI, and it's like you cannot be black or Hispanic or Indian or anything else besides
or
white
gay
or gay.
trans.
Otherwise, you are a DEI. This like you can't like, and Apple is run by a DEI. Like I don't even know.
That man is not DEI. That man's not with me.
He's the DEI undercover.
Undercover.
He doesn't talk about DEI, but he's one of the girls.
Anyways, Beyonce Lemonade.
Obviously,
what
I was gonna say, when you say that the people that released in both years, we should say which one reigned supreme quickly.
Okay, Beyonce Lemon. No.
Let's
Hold
move on. I can't.
With the Weeknd's Starboy.
Okay.
Travis Scott, Birds in the Trap. Kendrick Lamar, Untitled Unmastered. Kanye West, Life of
I like
Pablo. The Life of Pablo.
Life of Pablo was gagging.
It was very gagging.
Actually,
that was Kanye's last really good year.
that was. I think that's probably the best since after that point. Like, still the best.
100%. Drake Views. J. Cole, For Your Eyes Only. Rihanna, Anti's iconic. Anti's iconic. Ariana, Dangerous Woman. Chance the Rapper, Coloring Book. The last time he was.
But also, I was talking to my dad about this the other day, and he's like, "Where's Chance the Rapper at?" And I'm thinking, like, a lot of times artists will have like a slump era or whatever, like we want to call it. But I think that he has the opportunity to come back. I think he could have an album that people care about.
He cursed himself on Ultralight Beam. He said, "I met Kanye West. I'm never going to fail." And everything after that, he did something. That was a bad omen, actually. That was the rest of
No, but I think he can still do something.
Okay. Mac Miller, Divine Feminine. Charlie XCX, Vroom Vroom. Solange, A Seat at the Table. Lady Gaga, Joanne.
Sorry.
Frank Ocean, Blonde.
Okay, wait. Lady Gaga, Joanne. Did you?
What?
But in the sense that. I love Gaga Down. Boots.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
Joanne, did you even listen to it?
Ayo. That's what she said. I listened to it.
I give me a million reasons. Wasn't that on that album?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that people were ready for her to not be Gaga.
I don't think so.
She's trying to be Lady, and we
She
wanted
was
Gaga.
trying to be Lady.
She was trying to be Lady, and we wanted Gaga.
We did want Gaga because you can't do Joanne after Art Pop.
Yeah, you can't. Katie.
Okay, no.
Sorry.
Bruno Mars, 24 Karat Magic. Panic at the Disco, The Death of a Bachelor. Do you remember when he said that?
Yes, I do. I think Brandon Urie is actually iconic.
No, I think he might be problematic now.
No. Do you remember when the last time I heard him, he said me
That is what he said, and I wasn't there. Actually, that was the last time I was there for Taylor.
And then, do you think he thought like this is Taylor Swift? Do you remember? You know that video where she's like kicking up her heels and he's slapping her feet? Like, do you think he was like, "This is Taylor. This is gonna do well. Like, this is like."
Yes, 100%.
Because I'm not doing that with anybody else. Slap
at all.
Why does she think she could? Whatever.
Don't know.
Next caller.
Anderson .Paak, Malibu, 1975, Little Uzi Vert versus the World, Fifth Harmony said 727. Do you remember they kind of ate that?
Remember when Fetty Wap said, what did he say? We can work from home. But was he in that one?
That was Ty Dolla $ign.
Oh, who? What? Fetty Wap was on that album. I forgot what song was it. It was. Do you remember when they said? I was gonna say, do you remember when they said Sledgehammer? But I don't think he was in that one. But they said Sledgehammer and they ate that too.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Oh my God, saying that just makes me remember. I can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. But we can't spend too much time on it.
DJ Khaled, Major Key. Skin by Flume, which is actually really like he said, "I'll never be like you."
He did eat that. But I think also for us, we were in a very peculiar time in life where like we were very influential, not influential, but influenced by like the world around us. But also, so it's kind of hard for us to disconnect. Like, was it iconic? It was. For a lot of things were iconic. But also, that shaped us. Like, those albums are like the albums that we're gonna take to the grave and be like, when we have kids and we're like, oh well, this back in my day was this. That's what it's gonna iconic. Be. And we'll remember what grade we were in and all other stuff. Like, that's gonna be our stuff. So I don't know. Now there's just everything pales in comparison to like these albums.
That is really crazy. Timmy Turner.
And that was Eaton. Do you remember when Designer actually said he met Kanye West and he failed after because he left Kanye West and we actually never heard from him again? He has a couple of other bops. He said
he released Timmy Turner 2 this year.
Really?
Yes, and I listened to it and I said, this kind of ate. I'm not even kidding. What's the issue?
I didn't know and I don't know who else was there.
I only listened to it because I listened to the Kanye West remix really recently. I said, what is he doing? And then I said, Timmy Turner 2. And he said, it was actually, I don't know, his music's low vibrational. I can't sing it out loud.
Low vibrational. What does that mean with the Thanksgiving plates? And like, this is a low vibrational plate.
I think of something I just like. Low vibrational to me is like when I'm listening to. Okay, also Work It Out on the remix is pop culture iconistry.
Yes.
That was iconic. But I think of when I listen to that song, I can't sing Lord's part. That's low vibrational. I can't sing.
She said,
her part.
She said they said when you walk like a bitch. She said, what did she say?
You walk like a bitch. When I was 10, somebody said that. And it's
crazy.
just self-defense until you're building a weapon. And she said,
I think lyrics are iconic.
I starved myself
thinner,
and then I gained all the way back. And
maybe it's a relatable experience.
Okay, well, I don't want to relate. I don't want to relate. I can't sing those lyrics. She said, I just
when
was this.
That's actually the funniest comedy line of the year.
Somebody
said you walk like a bitch when I was 10. Someone said that. That is incredibly crazy.
I wish that there was cameras on when I first was listening to that song, because I wish that I could see how my face was started to contort as I was hearing her talk. Like she was just going like, and I was going, she's really like, they really worked it out on the remix. Like
literally,
truly, like that. They literally worked.
She was like, "I don't even know if you want to make music together. Like when we go out, like, are you actually like, do you like me or is it fake?
You hate me?
Literally,
like,
all of that. Like it was
really
true.
iconic.
How do you think that happened? Do you think like Charlie wrote her verse and she was like, "Hey, girlie,"
or well, she sent her? She said, Lord said, I was actually gagged when you sent me that voice note. So she sent her a voice memo
of the song, or just like saying we should do it.
I think sent a voice memo of the song, like saying like, hey, like. We need to work it out in the remix.
Charlie ate this year.
I think she did eat.
She's actually one of the MVPs of 2024.
100%. 100%.
She did her little thing with this one.
She did, and I think she is a Queen's edition in the future.
She definitely does. She's been slept on for a while, I feel like.
100% too, because she also in 2016 she said vroom vroom.
She said a lot of things.
Trust me, and she did say a lot of things. And they all ate.
Okay, was Iggy Azalea out at that time? Yes.
I don't know, and she's not going to be on my list.
But she was. Her. I'm just asking because she said, Charlie
I'm so fancy.
Said, yeah.
That was 2014. I can guarantee.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was before.
But yeah, so those are the musics.
So okay,
what do you think?
Between the years, definitely 2016 for music.
Definitely 2016 for sure. But then, let's talk about the overlaps.
Okay.
Brat versus Vroom Vroom. I think Brat.
Brat, of course.
Cowboy Carter. We'll say that later. Vultures 1 and 2 versus The Life of Pablo. The Life of Pablo. What else do I have here that I know? G and X versus Untitled Unmastered. I actually like Untitled
Unmastered. I do too.
Do you remember I can't remember what he said.
What did the white man say?
Yes, that is what he said. And that song's iconic.
It is actually. He said a piece of, he actually ate that. Sorry.
Oh my god. Yeah, that is what he said. And he said, yeah, he did eat that. What other Rihanna's?
Oh,
her Fenty skin. Her Fenty skin and
maybe her.
Okay, Rihanna's rumored to be in the Smurfs movie that's coming out this year. Clap if you care. And it's going to have original music. Okay. Right, moving on.
She's writing original music for it?
Yes, she's going to have original songs.
I'm about to end the call.
She's going to play Smurfette.
I'm pissed because why are you doing movies, mama? We don't want it.
I don't know.
We want the music.
She has a baby.
Why are you Why are you writing music for the Smurf movie? You need to get in the studio and do it for your album. She doesn't want to perform the music that she writes. I'm sorry. She wants to release it and be like, I'm not going on tour. I'm not doing anything. That's what she wants to do. And that's why she said, I'm going to do the Smurf movie.
And she wants to be in like the Smurfs so her kid can watch her. She's a mother. Okay.
No excuse.
Cowboy Carter versus Lemonade. I think at the time,
multiple facets.
I think Lemonade skyrocketed Beyonce to be at a level of what she is now.
We've had this discussion. We can probably have this in a different thing, but I think it was personally Beyonce, the self-titled. We've had this discussion before, but we'll talk about that later. But anyways, I think that the Lemonade and Cowboy Carter need a categorical thing. It can't just be like one or the other. It has to be like in this category. So music alone.
I don't know.
That's really hard. I said music like it was gonna be easier.
Yeah.
Music alone. That's probably the hardest one. So let's do like cultural impact. Definitely Lemonade.
Yes, 100%.
But cultural impact, if you really understand
Cowboy Carter.
And I don't know the girls that get it, and the girls that don't.
Yes.
And I don't think they got it. Did they get it?
I don't know, and I know that there's a lot of discourse out there, so I don't know. All right, moving on. Next category.
The next category is not the music as in musicality as in like, or so not the music as in I like these songs better, but the musicality as in her, like the project, like the writing of it, the production, like things like that. Cowboy Carter.
I think
Carter.
Lemonade.
For production. Wait, which part that I said?
For like production. I think having the different genres.
No, I meant
still having a.
Oh, you're saying like I guess what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
I think having it be a cohesive album that has so many different genres and tells a story.
Yeah.
I think
I actually just watched Lemonade, the film, again the other day on Tidal. She really just did eat that, but also American Requiem
is very iconic.
The girls are not doing it like that. I don't care if you say she's never written a word in her life on her song. They are not making the depth of American Requiem, the production of American Requiem,
the layering of the vocals,
all of it, the meaning. Like it's so I don't have words for it. And I'm not even being like I'm a stand for a reason, but like this is the reason. Show me another one who's giving me that. Like I don't know. So
that is crazy.
Music wise, like what are you replaying more?
Okay, but this is 10 years ago.
So here's my thing. I think that Lemonade, people don't really like, or I think there's a lot of people who like the songs on Lemonade, but I think that she changed the game with that. Not the digital drop, but with the movie. Like, I think the Lemonade film is what's
sparked visuals.
Put her in a different, the visuals like put her in a different category with it. I love every song on Lemonade, but I'm saying with the general public, I think they know Formation and what else do you think? Sorry, maybe.
Yeah, Sorry for sure. Freedom.
Right, Freedom. But for me, my favorite song on Lemonade is probably All Night. Yeah.
Mine is 100% Love Drought.
Yeah, you did say that.
Single time I rediscover that song, I listen to it on repeat every single time. That's my favorite song of hers, I think, ever.
Really? Do you want to talk about that now or no?
No, we need to move on. We need to move on. Okay, 2016, 2024 music. Who wins?
2024 kind of ate with the
I think they
releases. I think okay, so are we talking about just the number of large artists who release or their actual body of work? Because the body of work is gonna go 2016.
Yes, the body of work is gonna go 2016, but I think the fact that we were very fed this year.
We were really
means
fed.
Something. That stands for something.
We had a lot of overconsumption. Like we had a lot.
Yes, we did have a lot of overconsumption.
I don't know. I think that we have to divide it with the amount of art we got fed this year, but I think the quality of music it was quantity over quality this year, and I think that in 2016 it was quality over quantity.
But 2016 also had quantity.
It did have quantity too.
I'm going with 2016.
Me too. I'm going to 2016. I think.
Okay. Now movies. So 2024, Wicked, Nosferatu, Gladiator 2, Moana 2, Sonic 3, Mufasa, Baby Girl, A Complete Unknown, The Substance, Anora, It Ends With Us, Deadpool and Wolverine, Doom Part 2, We Live in Time, Twisters Remake, Beetlejuice 2, The Wild Robot, Saturday Night, Joker 2, Smile 2, Alien Romulus, the last Venom movie, Long Legs, Challengers, A Quiet Place, Day One, Blink Twice, Queer, Inside Out 2, Love Lies Bleeding, Transformers 1, Kinds of Kindness, Bad Boys, Ride or Die, I Saw the TV Glow, Monkey Man, Kingdom of the Planet of Apes, Maxine, Despicable Me 4, Ghostbusters, Kung Fu Panda 4, Mean Girls movie, Garfield.
Okay, so you actually found every single movie that was released this year.
I've seen. I just went through my things of the movies that I watched this year.
That's crazy. That's just way too many movies to watch.
Challengers.
Oh, Challengers. Okay, I need to hear 2016.
Okay, 2016, Moana, Hidden Figures, La La Land, Moonlight, Sing, Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, Arrival, The First Deadpool, Suicide Squad, Rogue One, A Star Wars.
2016 already. Those are like iconic like franchises, the first of their kind in that year.
They are.
I think that the sequel will never compare to when it first came out. And
Yeah.
already within the 8 that you just said, some of those are the biggest heavy hitters we have.
Well, let me keep going.
I know, I'm sure.
Split, Batman versus Superman, Zootopia, Captain America: Civil War,
Iconic.
Manchester by the Sea, Doctor Strange, Passenger, Secret Life of Pets, X-Men Apocalypse, Finding Dory, Jason Bourne, Sausage Party, Trolls, Kung Fu Panda 3, the Ghostbusters movie with all the women, Conjuring 2, Daddy's Home, the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live movie, Angry Birds, Boo, Medea, Purge election year, Now You See Me 2, Barbershop,
2016
remake, Nerve, Zoolander 2, Fences, Blair Witch, Creed, Sisters. Yeah.
There's no competition.
2016?
Yeah, for
sure. Yeah, 2016 for sure.
And it's because like some of those movies had like sequels or whatever, but it's just like 2016 had so many new IPs. Isn't that what they call them?
Yes.
They had so many new IPs, and the new IPs were gagging and different, and they had talent in them. And like now, I feel like everything is so watered down. I hate being. I hate it. I would have rather. Not that I would have rather been born in a different generation, but like we just overconsume everything, and everything is here 1 second and gone the next. I hate that.
It is so much so that you can't, like, most of the movies I named in 2024, I can't remember that I saw them. But
right,
movies in 2016 left
right, you know. And I saw a majority of the movies on the list that you just said in 2016, but in 2024, I know you've seen all of them. I was just like very meh, whatever. And I think that if we probably looked at like, I don't know, maybe this is really different because of inflation or whatever, but like the box office of these movies or whatever,
people definitely go into more movies. But that, I think COVID did something to everyone.
COVID did do something, because we also have to think about the streaming era difference and like, and, you know, versus 2016. Can we just go back to that? Like, we don't have to change everything back to 2016, but like, we need to stop with this over like TikTok, like everything has to be here, you know, for 3 seconds. Like I want to take a beat and watch a piece of work or like listen to an album and like dwell on it for like 2 months and then go to the next thing. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that. Like it's just too, I don't know. I'm sounding old. We're Gen Alpha's going next thing.
Yeah, they are going next thing, but I'm also going next thing, and I don't want to be doing that.
Right.
Me too. But yeah, I definitely agree. 2016 was very iconic for movies, but I do think some of the movies in 2024 was a pretty iconic year for gay movies. There's a lot of gay movies that went to theaters.
Yeah.
In 2024, I can't deny that. Challengers was iconic and big and huge. Did you watch Amelia Perez?
Did you guys watch that? Huh?
Well, it's sweeping at award shows.
I actually don't even know what that is. I'm not joking.
Selena Gomez, Zoe Saldana, and it's basically like Zoe Saldana is a man who is getting a sex change, turning trans, and like the leader of a cartel who was Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez's boyfriend, and she says, I'm here for sex change operations. And the doctor says, penis to vagina,
it's
vagina
not
to penis.
A musical.
Yes, it is. It's a musical, by the way.
they're running out of ideas. This is what happened. They said they were in the executive room
Okay.
and they had a hat.
Uh-huh.
And they said, our numbers are plummeting. Look at 2016 versus now.
Yeah.
We need a new movie, right?
Mhm.
What is going to please everybody? Okay, the girls that like
Okay.
musicals, in the hat. Let's
Yeah.
see. I don't know. The gays will probably go see it if the person's trans. Put
Yeah.
in that. Let's see. We need a star, Selena.
Uh-huh.
And then they did everything, and then they said boom, 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 and they took out instead of
It's
taking
what they
2,
did.
they said 20. They took out 20 of those things. And I think that's really crazy because what? And then a musical is crazy.
It is.
I thought it was gonna be like a serious drama when you said that drug cartel, and they're going, God, I think I got it. I think
Isn't
I got
they
it.
do it? And there's a song that's called, I can't remember what it's called. It's called like, it's just about her like getting a sex change, and they're going like the doctor's going rhinoplasty, yes, jaw enhancement, yes, and then they said something, and they said what, and she said what is that? And he said Adam's asthma decreasement. She said yes, 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 and I said oh. And I tried to watch it, and I said, this isn't for me.
Wait, you watched it in theaters?
It's on Netflix.
And you said it's sweeping?
It's sweeping. It won Golden Globes over like many things. It's sweeping. But then I think that, I don't know, and maybe the people who are watching this love that movie.
Listen, I haven't seen the movie or a trailer. I haven't seen anything about this movie, so like if everything I said was kind of crazy to say, I don't know nothing about it.
No, I think it is crazy because it's also written by like this French man, and it's trying to portray like Mexican culture, and I think that's weird.
Yeah, Zoe what is it, Saldina?
I don't know. And it's kind of giving like, I don't know. It was just not for me. It wasn't for me. It was a little too much, too crazy. Selena Gomez, they said, I don't know because I don't speak Spanish, but they said Selena Gomez's Spanish was terrible. And
so bad. She's a white
she
Latina.
said, sorry. She said, I'm really sorry, you guys. I'm tried my best. And I said, oh. So yeah. So those are the movies. So I guess we picked 2016. Did 2016 have a clean sweep?
I think it did have a clean sweep.
Wow.
Honestly, quality of everything has gone down since 2016.
I guess it has.
Sure.
Huh.
And I don't
So
know
what did we learn?
Everyone needs a dopamine detox, and we need to get off of TikTok. I love TikTok for a lot of reasons, but I think that TikTok and COVID, the combination of the two, were a dangerous.
They were
combo.
very dangerous.
A dangerous combo, and like we will never recover. And I just think that there are some good things I think we got out of COVID. Not obviously not COVID itself, but like the things that we do differently. Maybe like I don't know. But I was gonna say like delivery services, but then they just want to capitalize.
Then I was just gonna say I gained crippling addiction to delivery services because now I can just have something on my doorstep, and that's insane. Why would I go outside?
Right. And the one thing we should have kept that we didn't was 6 feet of distance. Get back.
I agree.
I think people during COVID I was like, this is kind of nice. Like you have your own personal space. Like like, you're all up on me in the line at the grocery store, at the Kroger, the local Kroger. Like step back.
Like get away from me. Especially in lines. I hate that. Why are you breathing on me?
Right, literally.
That's
and
crazy.
I think that's the one thing we should have kept because everyone was just like, oh well, it's back to normal. Like and you kind of felt like if you were too close, you felt awkward. Like I gotta like.
And I miss making faces in my mask. Did you ever do that? I love that.
Well, I think I can't control my face making. I think I do it without the mask too. Like I can't. I don't think I know that my face is doing whatever it's doing.
Interesting. I'd be like in class going, I'd be in class with my tongue out.
Can you stop?
Like Beyonce was.
That's really funny.
I'll just be making faces because I'm like nobody can see me, and I'm like doing a lot. But that's very interesting. So I think that's sad that are we going to constantly be craving nostalgia, craving the past? What does this mean for us?
I'm very scared for the future. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to change the word. Scared is not enough. I'm terrified. terrified for the future. I don't know if it's because I'm
Okay.
getting older. I don't know if everyone else had this kind of thing when they got in their 20s, but this is like I don't even know what kind of world I live in. Like this is incredibly crazy. Like I don't think we don't have any no one has a backbone anymore.
They
No
don't.
one has I just think that the internet has done a lot of great things. Like technology has done a lot of great things. I'm not going to deny that, but I think that now we're feeling like I feel like now we're neck and neck, and it's coming a little bit too high. Like
I feel like we're speed running to the Terminator series.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't want to be there. Like, I'm not trying to fight, but honestly, no, I don't know. Honestly, sometimes think like I've always said that we need an Independence Day, and I think that would heal the world. Like, I think that we
you always
need
did that.
some kind of alien
We would
invasion.
bond together, yeah.
Yeah, and
An
that it's
outside
like
force.
exactly that's human versus.
But
them.
honestly, we're not the ones that are
Who
like
need it?
preventing that from happening. Does that make sense? Like, so I
Yeah.
feel like at the end are the people who are actually crazy, who are saying the people who are saying DEI is the dollar bill with Harriet Tubman. Like, are they going to be the ones afterwards to be like, let me embrace a hug with this
I hope
this person that I don't think
we
should
just
exist.
went through an alien invasion and we ate and won.
After
Humans won.
After 2024, I don't put anything past anybody. I thought that was enough.
I hate it here.
Sorry. They're going to get back and say, back to you, back again, back to East.
Like I would kill myself then. Oops, sorry. But I just feel like that would just be crazy if like we went through and we survived and we ate and we like took care of alien civilization and then we're like, okay, get to work on Monday. Are you kidding? Okay.
That would be the only time in history, again, I guess in America, where like we could forge new iconic figures, because it would be like after the fall or after we all came together, or whatever. Like, who's going to restructure society? Like, we're gonna get our Andrew Jackson. We're gonna get
our Andrew Jackson.
We're gonna get our Abraham
and that's
Lincoln.
What I'm saying. It's gonna be restructured in an iconic way because we were just like, oh my god, like, hey, my German brother, like we just ate that, like.
Right.
We're doing this. Hey, turkey. Like, we just all ate this. So now, like, what are you like? No, I'm not gonna change the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
Right.
Let's keep it as the Gulf of America. I don't know.
And did you see the Mexican president? She said, "Well, did you look?" And
yes,
actually,
I did see that. And
she's actually iconic, I think.
She is.
And she actually she understands the assignment. She understands that this is a dog-eat-dog world. She understands who Donald Trump is. She understands she's a woman in politics. She understands all that, and I love that for her. Like, I love the fact she understands.
She did eat that.
She understands.
And Greta was showing me, like, she was telling me that the Mexican president has been eating, and I was going, "Wow." And she has been.
And I would rather have her as a president.
I'd rather have
a lot of people.
Anything. Honestly, I'd rather whatever. You know what?
Whatever.
It's fine.
We're done.
We're going over time.
Yeah, way over. I think I'll keep it all in there because people do like longer things. If you watch it, you watch it. If you don't, you can leave or whatever.
Okay, but now a couple of conversations that we need to have. One, send us an email. What are you guys doing? Send us emails.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we have to say. Send us an email immediately. A couple people have. Thank you if you have like three or four people, maybe 2 or 3. I don't know, something like that. Thank you to the people who have sent something. If you haven't,
well, now this is gonna. I'm hoping that there'll be more emails by the time this comes out. But I forgot. A lot. If you have something to say, say it. If you have something to say, say it. Tell us a story. Tell us an anecdote.
Anything.
Give us stuff. Send us things, and we will read them on here. We will shine a spotlight onto your story and let it be heard and have a discussion about it. Tell us, like, what are you guys doing? Type it up an email quickly right now. Yep. Think about what you're going to type. Actually, before you do that, though, go on Spotify. Go on Apple Podcasts. Go on anywhere that you listen to a podcast and rate us 5 stars right now and hit follow or subscribe or whatever's on there. Do that now.
Please. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you don't have to watch it. If you like, you don't have to watch on YouTube is what I'm saying. You can listen to it on podcasts. You can listen to it on your way to work. You can listen to it on your way home after work. You can do any place you want to. You can listen to us anywhere. We're going to make sure of that. At the time we're recording this podcast, we're only on Spotify.
Yeah.
But
by the time this comes out, we better be on everything.
We will be. But yeah, I don't know if there's anything that we did miss besides the emails and the rating. Do we have something we have to say every time? I can't remember.
Subscribe, like,
comment.
Yes.
turn on your post notifications. I don't ever say that, but like one thing that YouTube is grimy. I'll tell you what they do. What they will do is they'll show
Everybody's
you
gone
other
by
new
this point.
content. They are gone. But if you're still here, some people go to the end, and we're about to do a test. But anyways, they'll show you new content on your homepage, and then they'll just completely stop showing you somebody you subscribe to that you want to see their content. And then like a year later, you'll be like, wait, where did they go? And like you just have never seen their stuff anymore. I don't know if they're still doing that because they have a new algorithm, but please just turn on your post notifications. You'll get notified when we post, and then you'll be able to see and watch, or you don't have to. It depends. You can choose. At least you'll see it. Yeah. So.
I think that's it. I also did want to introduce at the end of our podcast, I think we're going to switch back and forth of giving a recommendation to the people of something. So do you want to go first, or do you want me to start it off? Of anything.
Music? Anything?
Anything.
I don't think I have anything right now because I didn't think about it. So
okay. My first recommendation, I saw a movie. The movie was called Nickel Boys. It was a movie based on a true story about these people like in segregation times in Florida, and the movie was shot actually all in first person, which is very interesting. And it is about these two boys who get sent to this camp, and the camp abused them, and it actually and this is real. This really happened. These are real stories. The camp name is different though. I can't remember what it's called in real life. But this camp would and it had a white side and a black side, and they would be there if they did something wrong. The main character was a guy who was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He didn't even do anything. He got sent to this camp, and then these people would go there, and they would essentially sometimes never even get out of there, unless they aged out, or they would have to be on good behavior. But most of the times they would find ways to not have them be on good behavior. They would kill these boys. They would bury them. They would tell their parents that they ran away, or that we lost them, or something like that.
It just took a dark turn.
And years later, they found remains under these camps, in real life, going oh my God, what's going on? But this is very real. I think the fact that it was in first person took you into the thing, and seeing these things. It was very interesting art direction, very interesting sad story, very moving, very informative, very good. Nickel Boys. I don't know if it'll still be in theaters. It's on.
Oh, it was in theaters.
Yeah.
Okay. It'll probably be out by the time this comes out. Or
and I think it'll be on Amazon because it was MGM Studios. Okay. I think they do Amazon, so it might be on Prime if it's not in theaters anymore.
Okay,
but keep a lookout for that. That's my rec.
All right. Well, if you got to the end of this video, let us know by putting a candle emoji, or just saying candle if you can't find an emoji. In the comment section of either or anywhere. I think they all have comment sections. I'm not sure if every single place does, but I know Spotify.
If you're listening,
and YouTube
just keep doing you.
Spotify does have it too. Comments. I didn't know that, but they do. So either way, if you're listening on I think Spotify or YouTube, you can comment. If not, do you'll be fine. But yeah, I think that's gonna be the end of this. You have anything else to say?
No, I don't. Bye.
This is Jokes on Us. We never said that this whole time. This is our Jokes on Us podcast.
Jokes on Us.
Hey, you guys see it. I don't know if we have an intro. Not yet. Maybe later. But all right. Well, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.